Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear, and we're doing some part swapping today. This is my River's Edge Cutlery Scorpion PM2 in CPM 10V blade steel. This has been one of my favorite PM2s ever since I got it. I adore this knife. And I've been hesitant to change anything on it because honestly I love the PM2 the way it is factory. I do always change the pocket clip. Right now it's wearing one of the River's Edge Cutlery exclusive lynch clips in flat dark earth. This clip really is meant to kind of match or go with the Avocado River's Edge Cutlery PM2. This one is wearing their Magpul flat dark earth clip. So I don't know, I've had both these clips on each of these, and this is the way it's set up right now. But I just got this set of scales from my buddy Jason. Sorry, there's a bunch of stuff in here. I'm gonna use this clip, that's why I've got it. Grab this out of here. There we go. Yeah, so I just got this set of scales from Jason, one of the admins of the Millie Club. There was a kind of a fundraiser dog pile thing going on for a member in need, and Jason had been sent these by Flytanium to check out, and he decided to add them into that, and I bought them from him via donating to that cause. So pretty cool the way that all worked out. But these are brand new from Flytanium. Typically Flytanium makes titanium scales. That's kind of their thing. They also do, I think, like copper and brass and mostly metal stuff previously. And I don't like metal scales on PM2s. They're just not my thing. So yeah, I've never been a huge fan of Flytanium's Spyderco stuff because most of it adds a lot of weight. But these are Micarta. Seems like a linen micarta to me, and I think it's technically the green color. Right now it's pretty light because it doesn't have any of the oils absorbed into it or anything like that, but these are actually contoured, which is really cool. They've got some curve, there's milling to them, and then it's flattened back here where the clip lands, which is really nice. So it can use standard clip hardware. You don't have to use extra long screws or anything. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and toss these onto this PM2. And yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. I figured I'll show it on video because PM2s are an interesting thing to disassemble. I also recently bought these. These are just like bit holder pack things because I got some of these packs of Torx bits, so I figured I'd toss these in here while I'm at it. I have my Brian Brown bit driver. I love this bit driver. This mat is my custom one from Renegade EDC, my logo, and then the topo pattern in here. And I do have my Sharp Dress Knives lanyard tube removal tool as well, in case I need that, which I probably will, because PM2 lanyards can be a little bit of a bear to get out. All right, so let's get these out of here. I jammed my thumbnail the other day. I've cut it now so it doesn't look as bad, but funny story. I'll maybe tell that another time, but it hurts. Let's see if I can get these out. Oh man. Alright, there we go. So this pack has 6 pieces, T5, T6, T7, T8, T9, and T10. Great. I got all of them here. I should probably organize those by size after. I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, so let me set these aside for now. I'm not going to need a T5. Might need a T10, I don't remember. Yeah, I think the pivot's a T10. T6 I'll need for the hardware. Here's a T8 in case I need it, but I've got one in the driver already. And then T9 and T7, I'm not gonna need those. Don't typically see odd number Torx bits on knives. It's not much of a thing. All right, so I'm gonna get the clip off first. Let's begin with this. This driver is awesome, by the way. So you've got the bearing back here, so you can just kind of rest that in your palm and spin freely. I love this thing. Plus it looks sweet. Brian Brown to the rescue here. All right, clip is off. Let's go ahead and get the hardware out of there, because I'm not gonna use the clip again, but I am gonna use the hardware. This is the clip I'm going to put on. This is an MXG gear clip. I have one of these on my Project Maximate PM2 that I really like. It had been actually on this PM2 for a minute before it went on to there. I think a black clip is going to be the way to go with these scales, DLC blade, black hardware. I think that's going to look the best. So we're going to go with that. And there's no more T6s on here. So let's get a T8 and just start pulling some body screws out. See if I can get lucky and get both sides loose. Oh, I think I did. It's a free spinning barrel in there, so it didn't quite work, did it? Yeah, that's gonna spin for a minute. We'll see if I can help it once it's apart. This is somehow just loosening this side too, I think. That whole thing is just spinning. Dang it. Get another T8 driver here. Well, I've got one screw out from each side, so at least that'll get me apart. I'll have to worry about those barrel spacers once it's apart now. Yeah, I love the PM2. What I don't necessarily love is the construction in terms of assembly and disassembly. Man, that is tight. I don't know if I've ever adjusted the action on this PM2. I think it's just broken in over time. There we go. Pivot screw number 1. Yeah, there's some Loctite in there. Sometimes these Weehaw drivers are just, I prefer them when I need to actually get some force on something, just because it's got a bigger, sturdier, grippier handle. Alright, still got my knife sitting open over here. Alright, the pivot's apart. It's already trying to pop open. Got my blade out. There's the pivot. Washer, washer. Alright, so now we'll see. Oh, I think I'm gonna, there we go. That's awesome. That's not usually the case. That side of that pops out so easily. We'll see if I can get lucky on this one too. First I'm gonna have to get this screw out, which I may end up needing pliers for because that tends to happen, but we'll see. It looks like actually. Let me try to push this through. And then I might be able to get the liner off. And there will be less in my way. There we go. Easy peasy. Awesome. Yeah, this tool is fantastic to have if you are disassembling PM2s with any kind of regularity. Alright, there goes that. So yeah, now I'll need to get this side out, which I probably want my pliers for again. Let's see if this one I get lucky on. No, that's really on there. Alright, let me grab my pliers real quick. I will be right back. Alright, so I've got my crappy pliers. One of these days I'll get a better set, but these are just like freebies I got along the way somewhere. And then I've got, this is deerskin chamois that I ordered on Amazon from the recommendation of actually my buddy Jason, who I got these from. Yeah, it comes in real handy. I like to use it when I'm securing a knife in my KME jaws. It really helps in that way. And I don't know, it's good. If you're familiar with chamois, you already know what it is, but this one's actual, like, legitimate deer skin, which is interesting to know. But yeah, it just comes in super handy for knife stuff a lot, and works as a rag if you need it to, and it's good. All right, so I just cut off a little tiny corner so that I can squeeze down on here without destroying that screw. There's my T8, there it is. Is it still spinning in there? Goodness. I really, really hate that they do these freaking standoffs this way. It's so aggravating. They ever do more updates on the PM2, this is one of the things that should definitely be changed. It's just not a good way to design freaking hardware. I wonder if it's too much Loctite in there. Let me... thought my lighter was right here. Let's try this one first, and then we'll come back to that one. There we go. That was easy. There's my body screw. There's the barrel. Alright, yeah, so it's literally just this one. It does look rather Loctite-y in there. Let me see. It's just one of my bearded gear lighters here. Just gonna heat this up. Try to heat it up enough to break the Loctite free, but not enough to ruin the G10. Because I do want to keep this G10. I like this color quite a bit. Alright, it's hot. It's smoking a little bit. Now let's see. Is that gonna like light on fire if I touch it with it? Hope not. Just spinning. Oh, there we go. Yes. Victory. All right. It's probably going to be hot for a little bit. Might be a little bit heat anodized after that. All right, done with the pliers. I've got a mess of parts sitting here. Let's get that screw out of there. Yeah, there is quite a bit of Loctite on that screw. So that appears to be the reason why it was so difficult. But these I am now done with. Save those over there. I've got both my liners, got the blade, the pivot, the washers, the lanyard tube. I've got the barrels. We've got 4 body screws, 3 clip screws, 2 pivot screws. Perfect. That should be everything. All right. Do I still have the T10 in here? What do I got in here? Yeah, that's the T10. I'm just going to leave that set aside for a moment. Okay. Here are the scales. They're basically going to go together like puzzle pieces. I like it when PM2 scales snap in. Get a nice tight fit. That was easy. Another one right here. Sweet. See how hot this is. Can I touch it? It's very warm, but not too hot. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in first, just because it's the one that was the most difficult getting out. So, I don't know, that makes me feel like I want to have it in there first. It's already difficult to even get that started. All right, it's started. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, this blade is looking nice. Looks like this blade was made in February of 2020. Interesting. CPM10V. Yeah, I don't think I ever did anything other than maybe squirt a tiny bit of KPL into this PM2, and it was broken in real well before, so I like that. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and actually get this one started too. That way I've got kind of this side of the knife together-ish. And let's take a drip of KPL. This is the regular KPL. I typically only use the heavy on detent balls. We'll see how this one does without it, whether it needs it. So once I have the washer on there, I need to make sure I use the D-shaped side of the pivot on this side. So it's going to be the circular side that goes in there. Now I'm going to have to line up the D shape with this side, which makes me wonder, actually, maybe I should do this side first so I'm not fighting with it later. Okay. Yeah, so on a D-shaped pivot, there's a flat spot. I just want to make sure I get that seated in there correctly. Perfect. Go ahead and, oh, you know what? I'm going to put a touch of KPL on this side of the washer too. What is happening? There we go. Oops. There we go. That is on-ish. Touch of KPL. Oh, you know what? Important step I didn't do yet is to get that in. Let's make sure that's on there. Okay. And of course, now everything has come apart. There we go. That's together. That's together. contouring makes me feel like things are off, but they're actually not. Let's see if I can. Where's my T8? There it is. Just start kind of putting this together. So this is attached up here. I don't need it to be tight yet, but everything is fitting back there. That's nice. Let's get this other body screw in here. I need to use 2 drivers here. My T8, there we go. Together. Alright, it's already functioning without the pivot screw even in, so that's nice. Let's get the pivot put together. These are my T10s. Apparently I have over tightened these because it's tighten that side but loosen this side just a touch. It's too tight in general, but close. That actually might be it. It's still a little tight. Alright, I'm going to tinker with that. Let's get the clip on though, so that it's at least put together. These look sweet. It's a cool build so far. Alright. As I mentioned already, I really like these MXG gear clips. I love the Lynch clips as well, but these just have a certain, I don't know, like ease of going in and out of pocket, and they feel really good in hand. These are the most ergonomic clips that I've tried, so I really like them in that way. But let's get my T6 in here. I like to prep a clip by just putting the screws in the holes first, and then I can kind of line it up like so, and then you just gotta tighten. These do only take 2 screws instead of all 3, so keep 1 screw in the baggie in case I ever switch to a 3-hole clip. Sweet, that's on there. Yeah, I like this aesthetically. I think that looks really cool. Deployment is there. I gotta adjust for closure because it's still just a little tight, but I have 0 blade play right now, which is nice. It's smooth. Alright, let's see if it's the pivot or if I still need to back off this screw a little bit. All right, I feel like it might just, yeah, there we go. It might just need to kind of run its track a little bit, but it's smooth. Feels kind of glassy. Now I have the tiniest bit of play. Man, just pivot a hair. All right, I'll definitely say these scales feel great in hand. I like the contouring a lot. Makes the knife feel slimmer and smaller, but in kind of a welcome way. Fits my hand really, really well. It definitely feels much thinner right here, though, where I'm not positive I love that. Like these like, I don't know. These feel a little bit, not sharp in the hand, but it's just narrower than it was before. But in general, the whole thing feels rounder and kind of smoother. The edges are nice. Yeah, I like it. So I'll be test driving it for a little bit with these on it, see how I like it. Time will tell, I suppose, but it's put together. So again, this is my River's Edge Cutlery 10V PM2, the Scorpion PM2 as it's referred to with the factory scales on it. I don't know if I should still call it the Scorpion now. It seems a little less Scorpion colorway, but still very much my style. I dig this. I think this green is gonna darken up in a cool way too. I'm excited to see that, especially with all these layers because of the kind of rounded like milling that they've done on here. So yeah, time will tell. I'll do an update on these once I've carried them for a while, let you guys know how I like them, but figured I'd show you the install, let you see how they look. These are the new Flytanium PM2 scales, and by the way, these are literally like 50 bucks retail, which is really good for Micarta Aftermarket PM2 scales, and they fit up nicely. They've done well. My centering is off. I might have to chase that out a little bit now that I don't know how I didn't check for that already, but yeah, I'll probably tinker with it a little bit. I'll give you guys an update in the full review, but for now it's together, it's functional, and yeah, we'll see if I can chase that out of it, because otherwise that'll bug me. All right, thanks guys. We'll see you on the next one.